You're moving on to the Eastern Conference Finals. Tell me what's going through your mind and your heart right now.
Hard to describe, obviously. You think a lot throughout the game. You try not to be ahead of yourself or anything like that, but it's hard not to. You know everything is on the line, and last 5 minutes of third period and in the overtime, one mistake and it's all over, or we're moving on. So such a great feeling when you see the puck go in, and this series was fun. Washington played really well, and obviously Holtby was outstanding, and for me personally, it was a great challenge. Try to match that and stay in the game and keep the team in there when we needed to. It's fun when you feel like you're doing your part, and then there's moments where the team step up and score the big goals, and that you need each other to have success. So it's a great feeling when we pull it off like this, and coming from behind like we did. That's special, and something we should be really proud of.
When it was 1-0, you made 2 or 3 huge saves. Was it in your mind at that point that it can't be 2? Do you consciously think that way?
Well, I've been thinking like that all series, because Hope is playing that well, and it's hard for us to sometimes create big chances. I felt like the first 2 periods was a little more open, and then in the third, you could see it was 2 teams that knew the next goal is going to be huge. So we still created some big chances, and it's just a good feeling being part of this group, and we've been through so many things over the last few years, and you learn from it, and you appreciate those moments, even though you have to move on. You can't get stuck in, but it definitely helps us that we've been part of so many different things throughout the years, and in this situation, we're confident in this group and in how we play, but in the end, it comes down to just one play, and it was close a couple of times that they got the win, but the luck was on our side, and it's just fun to get another chance here to keep on playing.
You're the first team ever to come back from 3-1 series deficits in consecutive years. What is it about the makeup, the character of this team that allows you to do that?
Well, I think it's important that you stay focused on the process, and we knew obviously they won 3 out of the 4, but it was close games, and that's important to know, that you don't need to change much to win a game. If you feel like you have to do so much more, you might be in a tough spot. But we knew that we were really close. There are a couple of things. The puck might need to bounce our way a little bit more and try to solve Holtby, and we did. And but it starts with confidence and believing that you can do it, and take one game at a time. And we did a great job of that.
When do you start to focus on Tampa?
I don't know. Try to enjoy this tonight and maybe tomorrow, and then I don't even know when we start, but it's a team that obviously we had some problems with during this season, but if it's one thing I learned throughout the years, that playoffs is a different story, so I look forward to that challenge.
What do you say about the character of this team, that they can come back and win in overtime in Game 7?
Well, like I said, you don't want to overthink anything. You have to believe in the group and how we play, and that someone in this room is going to be the hero. You want to have that feeling. You don't want to sit here and be nervous, and it's a tough game, and you need the bounces. And if you do a lot of good things and believe in the group here, good things will happen. And that's what happened to us here in the last couple of games. The puck bounced our way a little bit more, and you have to earn those bounces, though, by working really hard.
What the pressure was like playing in that overtime, the season on the line?
Yeah, it's I don't know if it's good for you physically. You probably shorten your life a little bit, but it's so intense, and the heart rate is up, especially the way they came out flying, and it was hard for us to clear a couple pucks, and tough time to get some changes there, but we did a great job. We battled really hard, and a lot of these games, it comes down to will. How badly do you want it? The teams are so even that it comes down to battle, in the corner, in front of the net, all over the ice. It's one-on-one battles against the opponent, and if you want it bad enough, I think you're going to have a good chance of winning.
You and Backstrom are obviously familiar with each other. What did you guys say in the post-game handshake?
No, they were great. They just wished us all the best and good luck. And obviously I played with him a lot in the national team. He's a great guy, and Johansson as well. So it's just when it's over, you respect them obviously throughout the series, but afterwards you it's more like friends talking. Like I thought it was an honest fought series, so it was just great to thank them for a great series. They did a great job and made it really tough for us to win this one, but it was fun to play all 7 games.
Has the historical significance of coming back 3-1 back-to-back years, something that's never been done in the AHL, is that sunken in to you yet at all?
Nah, you don't want to overthink it, just try to win your games, and I think that's the key for our success. Not to be ahead of yourself, but don't look at stats. You have to earn everything you get here. It's hard when people remind you all the time about our record and this and that, but it's not going to help us tonight. What's going to help us is how hard we're going to work and our focus in the right place here. So you try to be there and not think about what we did in the past. So I think we stayed in the moment here and came out and played a really strong game. So
was it only fitting that this series was going to end in overtime?
Yeah, probably. The way the game's been played here, the difference between the teams, every game's been so small, and that's why I think we believe we can pull it off, because we're that close every game. Even though they got 3 out of 4, we knew just get a bounce here and there, and then that extra save, and we could turn this around, and we did. So great feeling.